Hey everyone, my name's John, and this is Games in 60 Minutes. This is the stream where I play randomly chosen games out of my Steam backlog that I've never tried before, and try them out for the first time. And usually that makes for a pretty fun and entertaining stream, although sometimes I get a game like I did last episode with Railway, what was it? I think it was Railway Empire, where I spent like 45 minutes trying to figure out how to build a signal and failed miserably. So we're gonna hopefully have a more productive stream tonight. So this is a game called Monster Loves You, and from what I saw, this is an indie game, and from what I saw, this seems to be it purports itself to be a simulation, although from what I saw, it almost seems like it's playing like a bit of a choose-your-own-adventure style type game. So we'll see. I don't quite know what to make of it, but hopefully we will have some fun with it. It definitely looks like it's cute. I will say that. So why don't we're gonna flip on over here to the game. Let's see here, and sound, ambient music. Oh, aha. We're gonna turn things down just a little bit, and let's hop on into the game. And yes, as I missed Kendia's post there, as she pointed out, aka crappy games, which is definitely what that was definitely Railway Empire. Alright, help me begin your story. How does it go again? Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called whale mist. That's right! Long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest, was the monster village of Omen. You are born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for. So I have a choice here: actions and attitude, or words and thoughts. Alright, we'll go for words and thoughts. We're gonna make a smarty monster here. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of, helping the sick and soothing the woeful, outsmarting everyone else, and speaking true when others lie. I'm gonna go for outsmarting. I want to play a smarty pants. We're gonna try out a smarty pants monster. All right, your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Okay, be born. You awaken in the chilling season just as the air begins to turn crispy cool. Which is, that's funny, that's actually kind of how the weather is here right now. I have to say I am so enjoying the fall weather right now. I was so done with summer. Your eyes open. You're a morsel just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, failing, and stealing food from each other. Try to swim. Yes, but born from what? Is the question. From the slime. What do you think? What is this thing, slime? It's the stuff monsters are made of. You don't mean we're actually born from this slime? Look, it's just like mold and mushrooms. It's just the sticky side of nature. When the spark of life enters a colloidal gel, monsters just happen. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. What? This is intolerable. Stop that biting! You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. I love this. Resist it, kill it, or unite other morsels to repair the... Yes, let's unite the other morsels. You speak! Your words are simple, but some of the morsels understand you. They converge on the biter. This aggression will not stand. Your tiny, slimy flotilla frightens the bad morsel away. It retreats to the far end of the spawning vat. Patrol the vat and look for more trouble. Splash! Flutter! Splash! Splish! Squeak! Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking towards the bottom of the spawning vat. Ignore it. Too bad. Oh no, that's terrible. You feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller mortal morsels' impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Let's do something about it. You swim to the morsel, determined to act. Try to think of something. You rack your newborn brain. Wait! There! Some animal bones and sticks rotting at the bottom, half hidden beneath the slime clumps. You swim to the bottom. Casting about, you gather some sticks and the long, curving ribs of a deer. Get them jammed together good and tight. The morsel's own dissolving body holds everything together well enough. Half its body is above the surface of the slime. You swim in circles around the rescued morsel, keeping the cruel ones and biters away until your new friend begins to move and solidify. As you do, you feel dizzy. That's a first. You've never been dizzy before. Everything goes green. Your friend is gone, but not dead. Another morsel points to the edge of the spawning vat. While you slept, the weak one grew into a monsterling. Hooray for brains! You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. I love that you can resist growing up. Got any advice? You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty, which you will notice conveniently are the 5 stats here at the bottom. What kind of monster will you be? Indeed, to the Brove Cave and adventure. Alright. So we have 8 days left until something happens. And various things. Gurgle, gurgle, wurgle, something. Prudence, proof rock, fruck rock, blah, blah. Alright, so we get to choose an adventure. This three-eyed goat just immediately stuck out to me. So we're gonna see what the three-eyed goat is all about. Marinus leads a group of monsterlings to the Scapegoat's pit in Portland Square. What's the Scapegoat? The Scapegoat is a goat with some monster heritage that helps clean and groom dirty monsters. Okay. Alright, well, I don't feel like making trouble, so I'm just gonna go along. Elder Marinus escorts everyone down into the pit. The Scapegoat stands and trots over to her. It's filthy, and its breath smells like warm grass. Marinus turns her back on the Scapegoat. The goat uses its long horns to gouge at her hide, removing some dirt and several parasites. Yuck! Clean monsters! Yuck! Yuck! Marinus smiles down on you. Don't claw it till you felt it, little one. It's good to get things out of your hide, and not just for us. Marinus withdraws to the edge of the pit, but she looks from you and the other monsterlings to the filthy, matted hair of the goat. Alright. I love this little fight icon here with the like cloud of dust. Alright, so I'm going to offer to clean the Scapegoat. Since I'm supposed to be learning a lesson here, I did say I was going to be the smarty pants. Marinus is delighted at your offer. You stay behind when the otherling monsterlings go back to the cave. You run your claws through the goat's thick, wiry hair. Dirt, leaves, and twigs fall to the ground. The goat shivers and stamps its hooves in a little dance of pleasure. When you're done, Marinus comes to take you back to the cave. Bah! Goodbye, Scapegoat. I have 0, so let's check out the stats here. Alright, so I have 0 ferocity. I am not ferocious in the least. Honest. I'm not that honest yet. I got 9 points. Kindness. 9 points. Am I at least clever? Okay, I'm fairly clever. 18 of 100. And bravery. 0. I am a coward. Alright, I guess let's keep adventuring. I think I'm going to be reading a lot this stream, because that seems to be what all this is about. Let's see what grumpy monster here has to say. Hamrag, an adult monster, sleeps in a big pile of monsterlings. Everyone is comfortable. Blotz, giggling, sticks lichen in all 4 of Hamrag's nostrils. Hamrag's eyes shoot open as he starts to choke. Blotz slushes you with a threatening scowl. Alright, so I have to decide, am I gonna help Blotz out? Or am I gonna help Hamrag? I'm gonna help Hamrag because I don't like Blotz. And I don't like his threatening scowl, so you know what? To heck with you. You jump on Hamrag's head and knocks some of the lichen loose. He squeals and gasps and remembers he can breathe through his mouth. Price is averted. Hamrag glowers down past his jowls, scowling as though you hadn't saved him. He roars and demands to know who plugged up his nose. So do I cover for Blotz or do I tell the truth? Am I a snitch? I may regret this, but I'm going to cover for Blotz. Hamrag seems to smell your lie. The monster traps you under a heavy rock and sits on it for a while as punishment. Blotz approaches you afterwards and offers a quiet thank you for protecting him. Yeah, not so much honesty there, you're right. Probably why my honesty score is still a pathetic 9. That's okay. I did get some more bravery out of it, though. So I'm somewhat brave and clever, but not at all ferocious, and not terribly kind or honest yet. Let's see what's next. I like this guy that looks like he's playing the drums. We're gonna try that. Drum guy. You follow a thudding noise and find Sickle and Lamper hitting animal skulls with sticks. Yes. Nash stands to one side, judging their performance. Do I join as a musician or do I join as a judge? I'm gonna join as a musician. This just sounds too fun. I keep getting all the bravery. Apparently, I'm just super brave. That's apparently all I'm gonna be. Nash walks this way and that, watching as you take your position behind the skull of a bear. You think she's looking for weakness. Play with care and skill, or who cares about skill? Play from the heart. Oops. I didn't mean to click that, dang it. I actually did not mean to click that. Oh well. You drum as hard as you possibly can. Your sticks break and the skull shatters. Lapper and Sickle yelp in pain, but Nash likes it. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. I already dug my hole. My honesty went up. Sickle and Lapper yell for you to stop, but you hammer your broken sticks on the floor of the cave again and again. Elder Marinus comes to see what all the racket is about. Oh, I'm gonna start singing. All my cleverness is going away. Elder Marinus watches you for a while, says something about your musical skills, and walk away. Something about memorably excruciating, but you're not sure exactly. You couldn't really hear over all the noise. So apparently I'm a terrible musician. Alright, we have 5 days left until something happens. Alright. So what are we gonna pick next? I'm this guy with the diggy hole. I think we're gonna check out the monster doing the diggy. Gob Claws pulls you into a side tunnel. There's something under there, she says, pointing to a huge pile of bat guano. Because you can't have a game without guano. Will you help me dig it out? Sure, help Glob Claws dig in the guano. I keep losing my cleverness. Like, everything I do, it's like, you're not clever. Digging in poop is not clever? Hey, Slytherin chick, nice to see you. Gob Claws starts digging on the left, and you dig on the right. She's right, there's something solid under all of this poop. Okay, so we're gonna dig along with Gob Claws, working together in perfect harmony. The two of you uncover plenty of animal skulls, way too big for them to have been eaten by bats. Perhaps a family of badgers was sleeping here. And then thousands of bats all had to poop at the same time! Yes, that's probably it. Gob Claws seems disappointed that she didn't find anything more interesting, but it was still a good day's digging practice. And now I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back to the scapegoat so that I can be cleaned of poop. You're halfway towards leaving, becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. Guess so far I'm just, like, becoming super honest, and that's about it. Let's see what this sword and the stone looking thing is. Blotz snuck outside. Oh yes, my friend Blotz. Blotz snuck outside and found a human knife stuck in a tree. It's shiny, sharp, and scary. He starts swinging it around like a human would. Maybe you should stop him from waving that thing around. Just stay away, it's dangerous. Dangerous, mangerous, take it for yourself. Well, I am playing as Smarty Pants, so I'm just gonna stay away. And I got my cleverness back, and I lost a little bit of bravery. But you know what? I had a lot of bravery already. You put distance between yourself and the armed Blotz. Later you hear he managed to cut himself badly. Human artifacts are bad news. That's right. Okay, let's see how my stats are coming along. I've got 35 bravery. I've got 20 cleverness. I've got no ferocity whatsoever. I am not ferocious. Some decent honesty at 33, and still not all that kind. Kind of surprised my kindness isn't a little higher. We're gonna check out this guy climbing, the monster climbing this wall. Ooh, a tiny cat scampers into the cave, followed by a worried Mupsy Moral. The cat leaps and climbs, coming to rest on a high ledge. The little cat sits on its high ledge, licking one paw and staring down at Mupsy Moral. Mupsy stares back up at the cat. Mupsy Moral? Who's that? Mupsy makes something called the Omen Harbinger for the few monsters who can read. She's one of the older elders. Her head looks like a mushroom or a brain. The little cat sits on its high ledge, licking one paw, staring down at Mupsy. Mupsy stares back up at the cat. Is Mupsy writing a story? She might be. She doesn't look hungry. Regardless, the little cat seems upset that it wasn't consulted in the matter. Well, of course. Of course that would be the case. Okay, so do we climb for the kitty? Do we offer some lichen and mushrooms to the kitty? I'm gonna go for number 2 here. I do care about cats, so we're definitely. But if I climb, I'm worried that I'm gonna like scare the cat off. So I'm probably gonna offer some lichen and mushrooms, and of course, being a cat, it's gonna take one sniff and say nope. Hey, I got some kindness for that. You stand at the bottom of the cave, holding up pawfuls of fungus and autotropic hybrids. The cat ignores you. I'm not gonna throw something at the cat. Let's try some other kind of food. You dig out a dead rabbit you were saving for later. It's still quite fresh, and the cat comes running to take a bite, of course. You should come to our house, where every day our cats leave us something on the back porch. Which I still haven't cleaned up yet. Jackpot, or Jack Cat, or something! You stand before Mopsy Moore holding the little cat. She says, "Oh, thank you." I'm mortified that it gives me the option to eat the cat. No, I'm not eating the cat. I like the cat. I'm going to give Mopsy the cat. And I get more kindness. I can't believe you give me the option to eat the cat. Mopsy says, "Well done, little one. I'm going to put a note about this in the next issue. You'll be famous." Alright, we got 1 day left. So one last adventure to pick off this list. So I think I'm gonna pick this one that's got the human in it. Some monsterlings gather at the cave entrance to watch the sunrise. Suddenly a tall figure appears from the bushes. Its shadow stretches towards you like a knife. It's so big. Bigger than 6 monsterlings, and so tall and thin, walking on 2 legs. Blistery squeaks, "It's a human!" Oh no. Most of the monsterlings flee into the cave, but Weemy trips and his ankle goes crack. The tall creature starts at the sound and walks towards you with long strides. So, do I run back into the cave, or do I help Weemy? We're gonna help Weemy. You stand over Weemy. He's small enough to carry, but there might not be time. The quick footsteps are getting closer and the shadow is upon you. You made it. The footsteps come closer. And a tall, skinny elder comes into the cave. Old Tholdress looks more like a stork than a human now that she doesn't have the sun behind her. Tell everyone how scared you were, or laugh it off. Let's laugh it off. We're gonna laugh it off. 0 days left. Let's take one more look at our stats here. So I've got 53 bravery, 22 cleverness. I still have no ferocity at all. 33 honesty and 45 kindness. I got a lot of kindness in the last couple of adventures there. Oh my! You wake up and find that you're no longer a little monstering, you're growing up. Elder Marinus calls the oldest monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of forking passages. Marinus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points at the pit, which seethes with thick mist. Alright, well, no time like the present. You fall and fall and fall, and you're falling. Yes, some of them are crying, and you can't see through the mist. Or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as a bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. Oof! You don't see who you helped. Whoever it is rolls away into the thick fog without a word. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic while others look determined. Let's see if I can take charge. The other monsterlings watch you, curious. Well, I'm definitely not going to do this because I have no ferocity anyway. So let's help everyone work together. You lead the other monsterlings in a rousing song, because I am the musician after all. Putting aside their trepidation, they advance into the twisting passages. Soon you have all convened in a cave full of even thicker mist. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor. Except it's not any of those things. It's ghosts! Hundreds of them, large and small. They're everywhere. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask you, do you fear? Your answer echoes back to you louder and louder. You crouch down trying to hide from the noise and fall unconscious. Alright, end of Monsterling Hood. Here's how you're doing. I'm not sure what this last one's supposed to be. This up-down thing. I don't get that one. But yeah, these are my other 5 stats. So interesting. So no ferocity, but I've got bravery and kindness in about equal, and then I've got honesty, and it's funny, I started out trying to make a smarty pants and I didn't end up being all that clever after all. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. What should you be doing? The more brave, clever, ferocious, kind, and honest you are, the more other monsters will grow to respect you. Gain enough respect and you might someday affect important world events. Alright, I guess I'm an adolescent now. Enter the big bad world. Bees! Bees! Let me see if there's anything else to click on. Coffee. I'm gonna take that as a cue. There's a pie in the window over here. Turn. Thank you for the sign for the doorknob. Alright, I guess we're entering the big bad world. Alright, here's the big bad world. Griff Cobglaws Herder Roof. It looks like we have another adventure option here. I'm gonna assume I'm gonna get another board of stuff. Yes! Another choose your adventure. Okay. I think I'm gonna start with this one that I already highlighted. Now that I'm caffeinated. You're not sure exactly how, but the conversation in Portland Square has turned into a bragging contest. Suddenly everyone looks at you waiting. Honesty, bravery, and respect. They all watch as you turn and swagger away, clearly impressed by your attitude and confidence. Let's see what this one that looks like a tower is. You and Gobclaws are playing Toss the Kitten. Oh my gosh. I feel, I don't feel right already. You're winning 2-1. When crash, you miss. This is not good. And the kitten shatters Hamrag's window. Alright, I'm gonna have to fess up. I wonder if Hamrag's gonna remember the fact that I covered for what's-his-face. Like those blots. Hamrag comes crashing out of his hovel, still half asleep, but all the way angry. Who did this? I'll drown you in the spawning vat. I'm gonna pull the old George Washington here. I cannot tell a lie. Hamrag whirls and glares at you so hard that you feel heavy and hot. His eyes begin to shine with a weird red light. Oh, really? I love this. Perhaps we should have been more careful. Hamrag yells until he gets tired. As an afterthought, he grabs the kitten from you and eats it before slamming his front door. Great. So not only Not only was I tossing a kitten around, and now he's been eaten. I don't feel right about this. I was going to... What is it? Everybody eats kittens in this game. Roast kitten. No, that is not... That is not good. I know, they're monsters. They're supposed to eat kitties, I guess, but... Why can't I be a monster that likes kitties? That's all I'm saying. Alright, so some of these icons I've seen in the first round, but some of these are new, so I'm trying the icons that I haven't seen before. Blistery drops a double armload of objects on the ground. I found these in the woods. Nashkanash grabs one, a piece of yellow metal, and licks it. My only choice here. Lick something, how bad can it be? It's pretty bad, actually. The muddy cog you just licked tastes like rust and mold. Not the delicious kind of mold either, the horrible sour kind. Tell everyone this is a stupid game and walk away, or pretend it's delicious, trick others into licking the horrible stuff. That's kind of devious and shitty. The other young monsters watch you leave, then one by one they follow after you. Blistery is left alone with a pile of disgusting junk. What do I want to do next? You're heading home with a dead rabbit you found. Suddenly a fox appears. He sides up to you and asks, "You're going to eat all that?" Well, make him watch you eat it, and that's kind of mean. I'm gonna share the rabbit. You tear the rabbit into two pieces. It splits unevenly. One chunk has most of the meat, and the other is a bunch of tendons and skin. I will give him the good chunk, because I like the fox. You and the fox enjoy the delicious rabbit. Crunchy. Let's see what this other paw print is. Loud, drooly, snappy sounds come from the square where you see Prufrock single-clawedly taking on a rampaging pack of wolves. He grunts to you for help. Are these wolves a threat? Any monster can defeat almost any animal with ease. You should be able to take care of them. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to push Prufrock to safety and fight the wolves. Maybe get a little ferocity out of it. Nope, just more bravery. When the fur settles, a pot of wolf stew bubbles happily in the center of the square. Everyone lines up to cheer you and eat. Alright. So we've got 3 days left. So there are 5 options, and I'm going to pick 3. Okay. I don't remember having rocks. We're going to do this one. Oh boy. Smart set up a human chess set. You sit down to play. You don't know the rules, but a smart monster like you should be able to figure something out. Let's ask Smark how to play. Smark points at the pieces and moves some of them around, then knocks one over with another. It must be a fighting game. Aha! Smark then thinks for a moment, and with finesse, pushes all your pieces down and taps his head. Sounds like victory. Smark picks the 16 short pieces, and you get the 16 ones with different shapes. He makes one of his short guys kick over your horsey. Alright, so how do we, so think about this. The Inferno Gambit set the board on fire. Dragon Defense blows Snark's pieces off the board. Feet of Clay gives glues Smark's pieces to the board. Or Avalanche Attack kick the board over. I guess we're gonna do Dragon Defense. Puff! Most of Smart's pieces fly off the board, but he's able to save one. You both enjoy the rest of the game. That was the strangest game of chess I've ever heard of. Alright, 2 days. Alright, we're gonna do one of these monsters. Outside your house, Nash Ganache charges from a nearby bush and sends you tumbling. Challenge! She screams at the top of her voice. It's on. So do I... Do I crush her? Do I wait for her to make a mistake? Take turns slapping each other, or decline her challenge? Well, remember, I'm trying to play the smarty pants, so I'm gonna wait for her to make a mistake. There, Nash Ganache swings and misses. Ooh, I finally got some ferocity. You lunge forward and knock her out. The day is yours. You look around proudly, but nobody noticed your little scuffle. I remember when I was younger and I did the music, I was a horrible musician, so let's see what happens again. Gobclaws has found a human artifact, a black circle. She shows to you very carefully. Look, it has grooves on it. Take a closer look. It's really just one groove going round and round and round from the center to the outer edge. You hold up the black circle looking at it, tapping it with your claws and tasting it with your tongue. Gobclaw says, I already tried that. Do I put it on my head? Or do I get rid of it? Let's put it on my head. The other monsters are impressed by your impromptu fashion show. Gobclaw thanks you as she takes back her new hat and waddles away. Vrock. Alright, 0 days left, so I think this is it. Adolescence is fleeting! You've grown beyond youth and have become an adult. You have been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Who, the what, where, why now? They tell you it's time to grow up, and you're taken into the woods. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. I love this. Take a nap. Alright, we're just gonna wait. After a while, the muttering stops, though the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. Alright, let's hear it! The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Wait, what's happening? This is the end of your adolescence. Your body becomes tougher and the other grown-up monsters will be more likely to listen when you speak. The other monsters hold you in some respect. My one old piece of respect there. It is immediately clear to the crowd that you are very kind for a monster. The crowd shoves 2 monsterlings into the circle, each with a broken arm. An elder asks you to take care of them. Oh, now look at this. So you can do general first aid, but because I have high kindness, I get this special option. Yes! You croon and pet the monsterlings until they grow drowsy, then splint their damaged limbs in silence. They leave quietly, feeling much better. Everyone cheers. So I'm brave and a lot of honesty and kindness. I think that's what that is. I'm a little more clever than I was, but still not that clever, and I'm not very ferocious. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. Politic with so I have a couple of choices now. In 14 days. Alright. Let's explore the whale mist. Ooh, the goat. The scapegoat. We gotta pick the scapegoat. A squirrel hops into a pool of sunlight, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to bury nuts and make something of itself. You drop on it from a branch, grab it, twist its head off. A young wolf suddenly leaps in front of you, snaps the squirrel out of your claws, and runs off laughing and barking. She must be multilingual. Plus, it looks like she's faster than you. A second squirrel creeps up and pokes at the discorporated head of the first one. You grab the new squirrel and chew on it a little, thinking. You grab a few more squirrels and pretend to be absolutely furious, stomping and waving your claws in the air. Yes. Next you go back to Omen. You hand out squirrels, quietly telling everyone to hold on to them without eating them yet. Hey, you're standing right next to the scapegoat's pit. Indeed. The wolf tries her trick again, and you dodge. She falls into the pit where the scapegoat greets her with scritchy horns and an intimidating three-eyed glare. I love the scapegoat. Alright. So if I politic with the monsters, I get a whole other set of icons here. You know, I cannot resist. I can't resist picking the mean-looking spider. Today's the day of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are regarded highly by all around town. But your spider hurt her leg this morning. What should you do? I'm gonna watch with my spider, because I don't feel right making my spider run the race if she hurt her leg. With a tear and a smile, you and your spider watch from the stands. The spider sucks the butter out of a piece of popcorn and gives you 4 tiny thumbs up at once. She rubs her healing leg and says, "Next year's the year if a bird doesn't eat me." We're gonna go for the, I haven't done the drumstick icon for anything yet. As you explore the whale mist, you notice that the air smells faintly of gingerbread. There! Ahead there's a flock of very fat birds pecking a trail of crumbs that winds through the trees. Let's follow the trail. It leads along twisting paths you never knew existed. Deep in the forest you come across a rickety human house which smells of baked goods. You hear human speech. 2 children are babbling nearby. Eat one of the children. When will you get a chance like this again? I feel like that's not going to be a smart option. The human children look tired and very thin, but their bellies bulge as though they've just eaten a huge meal. They're so weak that you don't fear for your life being so close. Now I really don't want to eat the children. Smoke begins to pour from the windows of the house. The children flee deeper into the forest, laughing. As flames rise to engulf the whole house, you hear an adult screaming inside. Well, at least Hansel and Gretel made it away. I guess that's good. Alright, we're gonna go back to doing some more politicking. Let's see what the pointy finger is all about. You show your newest collection of human artifacts to your neighbors. They seem suitably impressed and listen in. The truth is, you just found them in the woods, but everyone seems so interested. It would be a shame to let them down. Monsters do love a story, so you could stretch the truth. I've kind of made a point of being honest, so I'm just gonna go with the truth on this one. By the time you're halfway done with the tale of your peaceful walk back to Omen, Hamrag is asleep and everyone else has gone home. Yes, I bored everyone to tears. Mr. Boring. We're gonna check out Mr. Angry Monster over here. You're bringing home a human coat you found hanging on a tree when you see a cat waving at you. This game seriously has something against cats, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna wave back, because I like cats. The cat is standing on its hind legs wearing human boots, and indeed is covered in human clothing artifacts. Save me, he cries, pointing to a wolf who has it cornered. Get the wolf. So many talking animals. Must be something in the water. Who knew talking cats had flick knives? This one does, at least. It jabs you like a human would, then flees as you howl in pain, and it took your new coat. Cats! Cats! I'm not having a very good adulthood, just saying. Alright, we're gonna go back to trying to politic with the monsters. Let's check out this guy who's trying to lift a boulder. All of Omen is abuzz! Elders glare angrily at everyone, then look back at the broken sign at the town gate. You look down at a little piece of the sign you're holding and blush. Wait, what did I do? Coming back from a hunt, you were so full of high spirits that you jumped up and slapped the sign. You just slapped a little too hard with your claws. Blistery spots the bit of sign that you were holding. Hey, don't tell anyone you broke it. It'll get fixed. This'll all blow over. It's just an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Bygones will be bygones. Blistery's often accused of thinking she knows everything, including human cliches. All of them. Blistery says, I can take care of this. Look, I took a bit of the sign too. I can slip some into Virok's hair when he isn't looking. Nobody ever believes him since he's always lying and stealing things. Nope. Me, Mr. Honest. Hey, look, I maxed my honesty and lost a piece of respect for it. They take turns chewing you out, which for monsters is a more literal expression than you might expect. Ragged and bloody, you creep back in your hovel to heal. You take solace in the fact that your honor is intact. You messed up, but you told the truth, and everyone will remember that. Alright, let's go back out into the Whale Mist. We're gonna try, I think we're gonna try one of these surprised-looking monsters. You spy a wolf pacing outside a small wooden cabin. From within the building, you hear the bleating of goat kids. Yeah, that wolf's not getting those goats. I am a goat protector. You give a good chase, but only manage to snag his tail before you run out of steam. No, the tail. A bit gristly. Still, not a bad meal. Let's see what Mr. Digging Monster over here is up to. You look over your garden. My garden? I didn't know I had a garden. Most hovels have gardens. Many monsters don't care, but some like to show off their herbs, spices, and flowers. There are so many rocks there. Even if you don't feel like planting things, it looks bad. These rocks ought to go. Alright, I'm gonna start digging. All this work is a lot harder than you expected. You're not a natural digger like Molefoot or Shovel. Shovel? Not all monsters pick good names. Just be glad you're not one of them. You dig. It's hard, but you eventually get better at it. Dig. When you're done, the garden looks much better. All that digging turned over the earth too. That's probably a good thing. The spine doctor out for a stroll stops to compliment your work ethic. You're not sure what an ethic is, but she always talks like that. We're gonna see what this mischievous-looking monster icon is. You scoop a big fish from the forest stream. As you're about to bite into it, it says, "Wait! Wait, I'm magic! I can grant you a wish." I mean, the fish can talk. That's already pretty, If I can believe a fish can talk, I can believe a fish can give a wish. Guess what? I was wrong! I missed a piece of cleverness for it. The fish flops on the stream bank trying to get back into the water, but you are in the way. It says, "Let me back into the water and I'll give you anything you desire." A million snacks! You know, for a smarty pants, I was not very smart. We have to make up for that foolishness. You find Blotz hitting a dented alarm clock. Why have bells that don't ring? And before he can answer, he throws the clock over his shoulder and glowers at it. Let's see if we can fix the alarm. You pick up the clock and examine it with care. It's so complicated, more complicated than anything a monster has ever made. And that includes monsterlings. Wheels and cogs and gears and levers. Let's keep poking at it. We can do this. Even though it's so complicated that you might get your claws caught inside of it or get a spring to the eye or accidentally hurt Blotz. Or hurt Blotz on purpose for that matter. Yeah, we're gonna do this. You turn the key around, it makes a clicking sound and the bells go ding. Alright, we're gonna stop while you're ahead. The clock ticks and talks and you're pretty sure it's actually keeping time. If only you knew what the little arms and hands meant. Well, in any case, Blot goes around showing everyone how you fixed this artifact. Okay, let's do the sword and the thing. You find a Red Hood in a basket. Okay, Red Riding Hood. A human house is nearby. Funny, you never noticed it before. There's a white picket fence out front. I love this. Screw it, I'm just gonna take what I found and go home. There's a great deal of blood in the yard, along with a half-dead wolf coughing weakly. Let's find out what happened. Woodcutters, friend. You can't trust them. Beware their axes worse than knives. I totally forgot my timer. I noticed that actually partway through, but I'm keeping an eye on the time. We've got about 5 minutes left, so I figured I would finish out adulthood and then we'll wrap it up there. Okay. Alright, so the wolf finishes dying, so do I eat the wolf carcass? Or do I bow my head in respect? Well, I think I'm just going to eat the wolf carcass, to be honest. You haul the strangely heavy carcass back home. An elder points out the sewn-up gash down the wolf's belly and said it was good work. Gotta do that stupid honesty again. The elder is impressed with your honesty and says so. You open the gash and find stones inside the wolf. How odd. It did say the wolf was heavy. Alright, we got 3 days left. What do we want to do? Actually, wait. I think I did well in this last time. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's do a mischievous looking monster here. Gobclaw shows off a human doll she found in the last hunt. A crowd of elders and other monsters gather around you, chattering excitingly. She asks if you think this might be good to show the doll to some of the monsterlings. Let them see a human-shaped thing without actually seeing a real human, you know? Educational. Absolutely. Godpaws can see that you're bringing some science here. She hangs on your words, as does the rest of the crowd. They should know what a human looks like so they don't freeze the first time they see one. We want the young ones to avoid humans, but not be so frightened they do anything foolish. Godpaw says you're wiser than me. The rest of the monsters nod half-heartedly, but you can tell they appreciate your insight. Alright, we got 2 days left. Down to 2 days. Let's check out what this monster says here. Let's see. You come upon a scene of hundreds of frogs all gathered on a stream bank. They're ribbiting back and forth in what is clearly a debate of some kind, watched by a stork. What are they arguing over? Half the frogs surround a log as though it is their leader. The other half are huddled at the feet of the somewhat bemused stork. What do frogs think of monsters? Frogs are afraid of anything bigger than them, which includes every monster ever, and every monster ever includes you. Alright, they're fraidy frogs. Okay, so they're probably afraid of the stork, and the stork is having fun. So you know what? I'm going to eat the snort. That's right. I need a little ferocity anyway. Ignoring the amphibian debate, you seize the stork and bite into its feathery body. By the time you've left, all the frogs have settled around the log. One of the elder monsters nods sagely. You just selected their new king for them. Nicely done. Alright. One final day. We're gonna do this mysterious looking pool of something. Your neighbor, the elder monster Alalia, walks slowly in the direction of the brood cave. Alalia who? She's one of your next door neighbors, but she's much older than you. Months and months. She has tough scales and eyes of several different sizes. Okay. We're gonna follow her. As she passes down the road, some of the other elders nod to her. Then they go into their hovel and start smashing things. What's going on? Greed Blitz stops tearing apart Alalia's dining room table and says she feels herself beginning to dissolve. She's going to release herself and become one with the slime in the spawning vat. You know, it's kind of ironic I got this for my last day. I'm going to run after Lelia and thank her for her contribution, because I'm going to be following her. You're going to be remembered, Aurelia, and we'll see a little bit of you in every monsterling from now on. Aurelia wipes a slimy tear from one of her smaller eyes and sniffs. Hugs. You hug Aurelia. She squishes. Her body is already starting to break down and dissolve. She breaks away, smiles one last time, and walks quickly towards the Brood Cave. You'll never see her again. And that concludes, Mupsy Moral is a boring something. Mupsy Moral is a boral morsel world. That was a really kind of downer thing for the last day. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. We're gonna embrace your fate, because we're almost done anyway. A group of elders is waiting at the door to your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Alright, the Elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They've built a fire beneath the small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Examine the cauldron. The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale mist. It's empty now, but soon it will hold blood and slime from many monsters. Do I dissolve? Do I flee? We're going to be tested. Try to ascend to Elder status. A masked Elder comes forward. She says, it's time to decide. All the Elders growl and snarl. The masked Elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid splatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. Was that blood or slime? You can't be sure. Depends on how much she respects you. The masked Elder says, who has already decided the fate of this monster? A few of the Elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. The masked Elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, choose one. Chance will guide your claw. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster facing down a human. The masked Elder says, we will test your bravery. Oh, that's a good one. I did good. I did good at bravery. You can test me at that. Elders add sticks and dry leaves to the fire until it grows huge and hot. They remove the cauldron and retreat before the roaring flames, one by one, until only you remain. Requires high bravery. I have high bravery. It's hot, very hot, and your body begins to pull away on its own. You gather your will and remain in place. Your excess slime begins to dry out and crack. But as the fire dies down, you're still here. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows 2 monsters fighting. The masked Elder says, we will test your ferocity. Now this may be bad. Oof. Alright. We're gonna fight them both. No! It's half blood and half slime. At least some of the Elders support you. That really sucks. That really sucks. I wish they'd have tested. Ferocity was my weakest one, and that's the one that they tested. Alright, let's find out what happens. You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You are an Elder now. Look, yeah, see that? 33%. They could have tested me on anything else and I'd have smoked this thing. They had to go and throw ferocity on me. But it's okay, I made it to be an Elder. So yay me. You are now an Elder. You are welcome in Znak, the oldest of the monster towns. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. Alright. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. It sounded like my game might have ended there, but I get to go on. However, sadly, we are out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and save it here, and we're going to wrap it up. And we're going to go ahead and exit. So I made it to be an elder. Alright. Let us talk about... So let's talk about this game. First off, hold on, I really need to drink something. I wasn't quite prepared to do an hour of non-stop narrating. I hope everybody enjoyed my narration because there was a lot of it. So what did I think about Monster Loves You? It's a really cute game. I'll say this, I enjoyed it. I really didn't. It's kind of simplistic, but I also didn't really have any complaints. You just have to look at it like you're playing. It's a choose your own adventure game, right? That's what it is at its core, right? You're playing a choose your own adventure game. But you know the art was cute. Here's the thing. I feel like I've played some like visual novels and stuff like that, and I feel like this kind of stands out a little bit just because it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of fun. I like how it kind of riffs on some of the like, you know, it's almost a little bit of the fractured fairy tale thing going on, right? It was kind of fun. I had fun with it. I think the only downside is that I feel like this is a game that like isn't gonna have a lot of replayability, right? You're gonna play this a couple of times, I think, and I don't know. I kind of feel like it's the sort of game that you probably, especially once it starts repeating stuff, you're probably not gonna keep playing it, right? So that would be my only complaint. But that said, you know, that's a pretty small complaint, right? So I think all in all, I'm gonna give this one the thumbs up because I thought it was good for what it was, and it was a cute game, and it was fun and kind of charming, and I liked it. So I would have liked to have finished it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Here's the key, right? I think what it comes down to is because you're right. One is you may not ascend, so you're going to replay it. But I think the other thing is how many random events do they really have in there, right? Like, is it the kind of thing that you can play through it 3 or 4 times without any repetition, or is it the kind of thing like as soon as you replay it, like right off the bat, you're seeing stuff, right? Because I think that's going to have a lot to do with it, right? And there's no way to know until you play it through a few times. But yeah, it's not an expensive game. $10 isn't bad, and that's not even the sale price. So, I felt like it was fun. It was pretty cute little game. So definitely, I think I would definitely recommend that one. So on that note, let's talk about our next game. So I will be back Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central, my usual time. Let's see what the randomizer has in store for me. What shall I play from my backlog next? Fortune Summoners. I've not heard of this one. I'm going to do a quick search here. Let's see what Fortune Summoners is all about. This looks like, hang on, let's switch over here so we can take a look at the store page. This is looking like a JRPG. Yeah, this is looking exactly like a JRPG. Let's take a look here. Okay. Elemental stones. Stones imbued with the power of an elemental spirit which grant the wielder of one ability to control that element via magic. So I guess this is I was trying to look anime RPG, indie action JRPG cute. So yeah, this looks like this kind of looks like one of those games that maybe somebody made with RPG Maker, which I think that could go either way, right? That can be good or that can be bad. Now that being said, I will say that this seems to have pretty good reviews and a decent number. I mean, this has been out for a while, so I'm thinking that this will probably end up being a little bit on the better side. I hope. Um, and yeah, interestingly enough, I don't think I've had any JRPGs come up in my backlog. I'm trying to think back, but I don't think I've actually played any so far. So yeah, so we'll we'll see how this is on Wednesday then. Fortune Summoners. So yeah, so as always, thank you for joining me. And just a reminder, if you follow me on Twitter or on Twitch, you can get notifications on when I go live. But otherwise, you can just follow. Just remember Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time, and I'll be there. So on that note, I will say good night to everyone, and hope to see you next time. Thanks for joining.